Hello, Mount Pleasant. I'm Talis, and I'm a part of student government.
And I'm Jenny, your senior class president.
Welcome to our weekly podcast. We hope everyone's doing well and catching up with any missing assignments during your advisory time.
Bienvenidos a nuestro podcast semanal. Esperamos que todos les vaya bien y se pongan al día con sus trabajos durante este tiempo de asesoramiento.
Today we'll be having 3 visitors who we'll be interviewing.
Hoy tendremos 3 visitantes a quienes estaremos entrevistando.
We also have some announcements regarding some new upcoming events.
Y tenemos algunos anuncios sobre nuestros nuevos eventos que vienen en el futuro.
So as a reminder, if you need any help, you can go to we have tutoring sessions that are held in the morning from 7:45 to 8:45 in room 319, G16B, or 212. And if them times are too early for you, then we also have them inside the afternoon. You can go to rooms 103 or 116B from 3:30 to 4:40.
Sí, antes de empezar con las entrevistas, tenemos como recordatorio, si necesitas ayuda adicional, pueden acudir a tutorías por la mañana, pueden pasar de 7:45 a 8:45 a las habitaciones 319, G16B y 212. Y por la tarde pueden acudir a las horas 3:40 hasta las 4:40 a las habitaciones 103 y 116B.
So now we're going to be leaving you to Astari, who will be interviewing Mr. Goddek, who's our track and math coach.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Astari, and today I'm here with
Mr. Goddek.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you do here?
Sure. So my job during the school day is the mathematics coach. So I'm kind of a support for all the math teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And then after school, I coach cross country, outdoor track, and I also was the assistant coach of girls basketball this year.
Cool. How long have you worked here?
This is my 8th year at Mount Pleasant. So this is the first job I got out of college, and it's the only place I've ever been.
What made you get into your profession?
I always really liked working with kids. I used to have a summer job where I worked at a local town like recreation camp. So I basically just played games all summer with a bunch of kids, which was really fun. And that's kind of where I realized that I knew I wanted to work with younger kids. And then I had some really great teachers in high school, particularly in math, and that's kind of what made me want to be a math teacher.
Oh, so you realized early on.
Yeah, I think I was around like the junior, senior year of high school. I think I realized that that's what I wanted to do.
How long have you been coaching track, and what's it like in your experience?
Coaching track is great. I've been doing that really since I started here at Mount Pleasant. So when I first started, I was more on a volunteer basis. Then I got the cross-country job and then the track job. And it's really great. It's cool to see the kids like in a different environment than in the classroom. A lot of them are a little more goofy when they're outside of class, which is really funny to see, and it's really cool to get to see their that side of their personality, and then also just to see them sort of excel out on the track surface is really fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. How has your experience coaching track helped when it came to coaching the math teachers? Or has it came into play at all?
Yeah, no, I think it's been really great. A lot of it is the same. Obviously, it's different because one is more for fun after school, and the other one's like part of my actual job. But a lot of it's the same, setting goals, just like I used to set goals with my athletes about where they would want to be at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with the teachers. You set goals with them on how they would like to improve in the classroom and in their interactions with students. So it's similar in a lot of ways.
Oh. What's the most difficult thing about coaching the math teachers?
I think it's sort of getting everyone on the same page because it's a big group. So I think any time where you're sort of overseeing a large group of people, just making sure that you kind of get the necessary information to everybody and make sure everybody understands sort of what you're communicating to them. I think that's the one of the toughest things.
How do you overcome the difficulties that come with coaching overall?
I think it's important. Like, I think communication is key, and also just being aware of the different personalities that you coach, whether it's through in the school or after school. and just sort of learning sort of when you need to sort of step in and have like a private conversation with them just to get them sort of back on track.
Yeah.
Yep.
What motivates you to keep going and keep coaching?
I think it's just yeah, every time you meet like a new batch of kids on the track team, it's like, oh, I can't wait until they're seniors and I want to see what they do by their senior year, and then you see them off to college. But once that happens, like the next group of kids has sort of stepped up, and it's like, wow, I really want to see them through to their senior year, and you want to see them grow.
Yeah.
And then by the time they're there, then it's the next group and the next group and the next group. So it's just meeting the new kids every year and kind of wanting to see them grow and succeed and kind of be a part of that success with them.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Track just started yesterday. We're always looking for more people. So come out. We meet behind the school. Talk to me. Again, I'm Mr. Goddek. Talk to Miss Lipa. It's a sport that everybody can do. Running, jumping, throwing, hurdling. There's so many different things. So come out if you're interested.
Thank you for letting me interview you.
Oh, thank you. You guys do a great job. You know how to treat a guest right. All right, guys.
Okay.
Okay. So that was a very inspiring interview. It makes me really want to join track. All of you should really consider joining it, by the way.
I'm in track too as well.
Yeah. So now we're gonna have Kimberly, who's interviewing Miss Wright, who's our an English teacher.
Hi, I'm Kimberly, and I'm here with...
I'm Miss Wright, and I teach 9th grade English.
How long have you worked here in Mount Pleasant?
This is my second year at Mount Pleasant. My first year teaching 9th grade. I taught 10th grade English last year.
Did you teach anywhere else before Mount Pleasant?
No, I started my teaching career here at Mount Pleasant.
What's your favorite part about teaching?
The kids. Definitely the students. Both those in my classroom and beyond. I think the kids here at Mount Pleasant are pretty extraordinary. They bring a lot of life and joy and vibrancy to the classroom that I think is unmatched really anywhere else. So I think, like, it's definitely the kids are the best part about teaching here.
I think you're the first teacher I've ever heard say that. Is there anything you would change about teaching?
That's a good question. You kind of got me stumped. You made Miss Wright speechless, which is a rare occasion. I think I wish that there were more opportunities for our kids to have some voice and some choice and some agency in the classroom. I think that what I've realized in teaching is how special each kid's mind is and how much they can bring to the classroom. And I wish that there were more opportunities for students to see themselves as leaders in the classroom. And that's something I'm hoping to see in the next few years, more opportunities for our kids to kind of take charge and be the teacher for the day.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I like that answer. What was your life like before teaching?
So before I started teaching, I worked in film. I worked at Illumination Entertainment in Los Angeles, California. I was the executive assistant to the president of production. So before I was in the classroom, I made Minions for a living. Yep, I worked on Minions 2, The Secret Life of Pets 2, Illumination's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and Sing 2. So that was my life before teaching, but coming into teaching, changing careers, and moving across the country was the best choice I ever made.
What kind of made that the best change for you? Like, what flicked?
I knew that I wanted to be a teacher when I was really little. I remember being 5 or 6 and my stepdad set up like a little classroom in the corner of our basement. I think that was largely inspired by the fact that my mom was an English teacher and her mom was an English teacher. So it definitely kind of like runs in the family. But yep. But I remember I really appreciated the opportunity to learn. I think that it's a profound opportunity to engage with content and kind of immerse yourself in learning. And though like sometimes we might not necessarily see like the relevancy of what we're learning to our lives, I promise it'll come back, even math class. You'll come back to realize why that was important and why that was relevant. But I think it was the best choice I ever made to make that change because I think, you spend a lot of your adult life working, and if your work isn't bringing you joy and fulfillment every single day, then a change is necessary. And so I think, realizing that I wanted to be, in front of a bunch of desks instead of just behind one all day was an important kind of mental shift So yeah, and I came out to Rhode Island to get my master's at Rhode Island College. So that's how I ended up in Providence.
That's really cool, actually. Do you have any memorable moments from teaching?
I have a lot. I think that there are some funny ones and there are some sentimental ones. I'd say one of the funniest ones that stands out to me is last year when I taught 10th grade English. I remember that we were writing an argumentative essay where students got to pick their prompt, and it was the day before the essay was due, and I was standing in front of my students at the end of class, and I go, just a reminder that your essays are due tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. And a student interrupts me and goes, Miss, what essay? And that is forever ingrained in my mind. So if you come to my classroom 114, you will see that there's an assignment calendar that says Miss What Essay above it, because that will live forever with me. But I think there are a lot of really like sentimental moments that happen every day where I'm just filled with so much pride for my kids, seeing them kind of rise above difficult social situations or what have you, and really just be the extraordinary people I know that they can be, whether it's coming to me in a time of, turbulence or difficulty when I just need someone to talk to, or persevering through difficult assignments, or I think being willing to ask for help is a really brave thing to do. And when kids come to me and they say, Miss, I don't understand this assignment, whether it's for my class or another class, I think that's a really admirable quality. So I think, there are just these little like pockets of pride throughout the day that I experience with my students that, remind me every single day, like why I'm doing this, because not every day is, rosy for a teacher. We don't always deal with the most respectful behavior. We don't, have kids putting away their cell phone the first time we ask. We don't, it's not always a walk in the park, but I think for every one of those moments where, you kind of feel like the frustration, there are at least 5 moments where you can think, but this was a positive interaction with a kid. And so I think that's what keeps us in the classroom, and that's what keeps us here with you all, willing to help you. But, it ultimately comes down from, our relationships with the students and what they bring to us. And that's how we kind of sustain our momentum in the classroom. Yeah.
It's really cool. I definitely wish I had you as a teacher for English.
I don't know if my students would agree with you, but we'll see.
Well, thank you for letting me interview you.
Of course, yeah.
It was a blast.
Thank you. This was fun. If you ever need any help with English class, I'm in room 114, or if you want to talk Minions, I'll come to room 114. Yeah. Thank you, Kim.
So Miss Wright seems like a really cool teacher. I definitely recommend checking out her room and asking her about the Minion stuff, because maybe you guys will be interested in it. So now up next we have Jenny, who interviewed our unified basketball team members.
Yeah, that'll be me interviewing them. All right, welcome back. So now we have Elijah and Elila, who are part of the unified basketball team, and today we'll be asking them some questions about the sport. How long have you guys been in the sport?
For years and years and years.
We started this sport, I think, how long you started? Since,
Like,
how old are you?
15.
So he probably started like,
When I was 14.
yeah, so probably like 10th grade, 9th grade. I actually started this sport actually last year.
Before Corona happened.
Yeah. I think that I usually did regular basketball, but I wanted to help the unified students, so.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
What's your most favorite thing about the sport?
It's very nice, and it teaches me more how to be healthy and strong.
Oh, that's nice.
What's my favorite thing about this sport? It's like the positive, like they're so like, it's fun. It's very like, it's not that hard than regular basketball. And it's just great vibes. There's great energy, and it's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, can you tell us about a moment in the season like that you will never forget?
Failure to pass.
Sorry?
Failure to pass. Sometimes.
What was the question again?
What a moment that you'll never forget about this sports season?
Just making friends with the unified students. Actually, they all love us, and every time we see them, they always say hi to us and give us a hug.
Yeah,
And,
sometimes. Yeah.
It's like a family for you, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
It's like a different love for them.
So can you tell us more about what is Unified?
Unified basketball is a sport that you can do like every day.
So basically, Unified Basketball is for also the special education students and also for the non. We help them to get a little things faster, and we also other people could do it too. So if you still want to sign up, you can.
That's nice. Yeah. How many scores have you scored?
Probably 8 points.
Oh, wow.
8 points. That's
Yeah.
good.
That's good. And when is your next home game?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Thursday. Every Thursday we have a basketball game.
That's nice.
Okay.
All right. So thank you for being in this interview today. And we'd like to add anything else to this interview for everybody that's watching?
I wanted to say just try to be interactive with all the special education students and try to help them as much as they can, because it's very important and it will look good also on especially when you graduate.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we had some amazing interviews, amazing people too as well. So now we're gonna come back to the prom themes. As a reminder, please seniors can fill out the form in Google Classroom, and so we can pick up a theme for prom, and we'll be knowing which theme we'll be picking by Friday. So please go and pick a theme.
And find a theme. Look at who wouldn't want to go. You're gonna have a full course meal, right? Everyone loves to eat, so there's that. And then we're gonna have music, DJs. We're gonna have all that. And it just seems like such an awesome event that you probably wouldn't want to miss out on. So I definitely recommend picking your theme now, so we can start to get it all set up.
Yeah, and prom is a one-time thing in high school, so let's make sure we take advantage of it.
So thank you for everyone who came by and let us interview them. Make sure that you guys fill out the Google Classroom form about prom, about the prom theme, and make sure you guys get your work done. And I hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep, thank you for watching.